What's up, my brother? Welcome to Trust Me, Bro, episode 3 so far in season 4. Trust Me, Bro, fantasy football. How you doing today?
I am good, my brother. How you doing? I like that shirt.
Yeah,
Well done,
man.
man. Let's go.
If you
I should have worn
ball,
mine.
you get the call.
Who's
You got
getting
the
the
same one?
call today? Let's go. Yeah, man. You got it for me.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's old
Yeah,
school,
it's
man.
legit.
From back
Yeah.
when Deion Sanders and I think Michael Irvin used to host the wrap-up show on NFL Network after after game day, whatever final I think it was.
Yeah, it was like Sunday night, man. It was great.
Yeah,
Greatness.
it's a good show to watch, especially because when you're watching Red Zone all day, sometimes you miss some plays that anyway. It's just a good way to catch up
Yeah.
on what you missed.
Agreed.
So, so how'd you do this week,
Cool, cool.
brother?
Man, the season sucks so far.
Hmm.
I've got one team I really like. It's that
Yeah.
auction league. I've been kind of just scratching at it the last couple of years, man. Third place. Shit, I think I got second place last year. Um, I've been scratching at it, but this year, this might be the year, man. I got a solid squad in that league. Other than
Nice.
that, yeah, I got a throwaway league. I've got a couple that are close, so
Yeah.
we'll see, man. We'll get into this thing. We'll start finding some good diamonds in the rough and getting this thing going. How about yourself?
Well, I went 2-2, and so it's I guess I'm a glass half full guy, so I'm happy that at
Yeah.
least broke even, got 2 wins. So
Yep.
the week one I was 4-0, week two 3-1, and now 2-2. So I'm slipping. So I don't want to
Yeah.
go to 1-3 or 0-4. So I need to.
I don't want you to either, brother. It's not a good
Yeah,
place. That's where I'm at.
that's right. That's right. So we got to stop the bleeding and turn the ship around back to the
Yep.
promised land, my brother. So, so yeah, exciting game tonight with the Ravens and Lions. It's quite a lot better than that crummy
It was
Giants
awful,
and
dude.
Chiefs game last night. So at least it
Yeah.
was exciting.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, this was fun, man. I was hoping to see a basketball score. We didn't get
mhm.
anywhere near that, but um, man, it
Yeah,
was just fun. Like I've got LJ in a couple leagues. I've got Henry going in a couple leagues. I've got so I had a lot going tonight. Just
yeah.
one of them went my way, and the other ones didn't. So it's the way it goes.
Maybe a WNBA score.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
But
it.
yeah, good stuff. So
Yep.
so let's take a look and see who's out there on the old wire. I've got a few folks queued up. We're going to start
Yeah.
off with quarterbacks. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. Let me figure out what to share. Here we
Yeah.
go.
Let it rip, man. You got a couple of these. I got one. So you start
Yeah,
us off with this guy.
yeah. We'll start it off with we'll basically take a dart throw here at Jackson
Yep.
Dart. Um, there was some rumblings and rumors going around in the league this morning about potentially going away from Russ and going
Okay.
to Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is just a move anyway, the fans there in New York are excited about this guy, and I think they're ready to see what he's got. So.
Yeah. I mean, that was a terrible game. Just
Hmm.
terrible. So I don't blame him. But Russ throws for 450 yards one week. Next week he's pretty bad, so they're just ready to give up on him. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yep.
I guess I want to see what this guy's got. I don't know. I think he's a good one. I wouldn't use a waiver wire pick, but put him on your bench if you can, if you have room, and let's just see. He could be the next Bo Nix. Bo Nix was solid in the second half of last year.
Yeah. Yeah, agreed. No need to take a waiver wire pick on Jackson Dart. So somebody to grab as a waiver wire leftover, and so
Yep.
we'll go in order here. So I've got the next one
Okay.
ready to talk about. It's Sam Darnold plays for the Seahawks now, and so been pretty reliable. I mean, he's not gonna score you 30 or 40 points, but he's reliable for the 20 and above, mid 20s. He had 218 yards and 2 touchdowns performance yesterday. So, solid, reliable quarterback. Maybe not in a one QB league, but in a super flex league or a two QB league, he's a decent guy to have going. I picked him up in our super flex league, Craig,
Yeah,
because McCarthy is out. I know they've already ruled him out for week 4. He missed week 3, so I've got him sitting in my IR slot and going with Sam for now.
yeah, yeah. I like it, man. I mean, look at these next 4 games. Arizona,
Hmm.
Tampa, Jacksonville, Houston. I mean, I like him in all those. So,
Yeah, agreed.
if you can grab 20 points from your quarterback,
Hmm.
I like it.
Yep. Yeah, it should be like you said, and the next one is a Thursday night game, so I think that should be a
Ugh.
good game for Sam.
That's scaring me, man.
Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
know. I'm off on these Thursday night games, at least for skill players, but for a quarterback, is kind of pretty. He'll do okay.
okay.
He'll give me 20.
Nice,
Who you got for quarterbacks, brother?
good deal, man. I'm bringing one to the table this week, and it's Geno Smith.
Okay.
Yeah, this obviously a flop in week 2. I've actually been pretty impressed with the Chargers defense this year so far. So, not
Hmm.
surprised by that. But, week 1, solid outing. Week 2 against Washington, they didn't win that game by any means, but I'll take 36 and a half, or I mean, almost 37 points out of my quarterback. That's for damn sure. So,
Oh yeah.
you know, um, solid outing from him. He's got Chicago coming up, um, Indy, Tennessee, KC. I mean, I'm excited about the next 4 games for him too.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, Gino was doing a lot of work in garbage time,
Yeah.
leading a good comeback there. So, yeah, especially hitting that wide receiver we're going to talk about here soon. So,
Yep. Absolutely.
all right. Well, let's move
All
on
right.
to running backs, my brother. And so we're going to start off with Trey Benson. And so
Yeah, I like this one.
in week 3, he had 10 carries for 42 yards. He caught 3 out of 4 targets for 9 yards. And what we like about this, Craig, obviously, is that Connor is out for the season.
Yeah.
Did some damage to his ankle, get surgery. So this is the Trey Benson show from here on out.
Yeah. Really is, man. I mean, I had Connor in one of my leagues and love Connor. He's been awesome the last, 6, 7 years. So
Yep.
uh, tough loss there for sure. But Trey Benson definitely seems to be like the man. Um, step in. So obvious one here.
Yeah.
Definitely worth the waiver wire pick. I think you got 3 stars on him. Very well warranted.
Yeah, only 52% owned, so a little bit above our 50-50
Yeah,
threshold, but
half the
he's
leagues out there.
yeah, out there in
Yep.
48% of the leagues on Yahoo. So this guy could be a league winner
Yeah,
if he does well.
go get him.
All right. Next up is a guy that you and I were texting about. I think that was that the Thursday night game. I think it was a Thursday night game that they played, with the Dolphins played. So it's
Yeah,
Ollie Gordon the second, and he.
his
Um,
dad's in the league.
I guess, yeah. I guess
Huh,
so.
all right,
We all
I didn't know
remember Ollie
that.
Gordon the first, right? But yeah, he looked okay in week 3. He had 9 carries for 38 yards, but he did punch in a touchdown. And
Yeah.
so I guess maybe I'm
Uh-huh.
wish casting on this a little bit. Like you just said, Connor went down in the league that I've got Connor. It's a pretty barren cupboard, and so maybe I'm wish casting that he's stepping into the must start Mostert role.
Yeah.
Time will tell if that's going to happen or not. But anyway, I think I'm going to pick him up in that league, considering I've got that I just lost Connor.
Yeah. Look, I'll say this now, man. This year is really feeling like stash running backs.
Hmm.
Like it is feeling like load your bench with those backup guys
Uh huh.
because this is not looking good, man. Like
Yeah.
we've had 4 or 5 running backs go down already. I don't think we're done, man. Like I think this is gonna be a bad year.
Yep.
Um, so I like this one. I'm an A chain owner. I don't want to see him go down, but this is definitely a good one to handicap. He's one I'll be looking for too. Like I'm definitely going to handicap A chain with this guy for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed, brother. So
Uh,
we'll see how they use him, and he's got the Jets coming up. We'll see how that goes. So
Yep, yep.
all right, on to the next one. Who you got, my brother?
Cool. Well, I've been talking about this guy for since the start of the season, but whatever his first name is, 210. Um,
Hmm.
this dude, he did 21 yards in the tutty this year or this last week.
Yep.
Um, he had another touchdown, a walk-in touchdown that got called back. So,
Uh,
so he was really close to putting up two tutties this last week.
yep.
San Fran's not looking as much like they did last year. Bosa's out now for the year. Like there's
That's
just
right.
that defense is starting to come apart. So I don't know, man. Like I've never been an ETN fan. I had him for 1 year, and he did nothing but disappoint. So I'm still kind of just leaning on this guy, feeling like let's just get some fresh legs back there and see what happens.
Yeah, agreed, brother. I grabbed ETN. I can't remember if it was last year or the year before, but there was one year where everybody I was playing that had ETN was kicking my butt, and so I ended up grabbing him the next year, and then
Yeah,
disappointed me. So I stayed away from him this season. So yeah,
smart.
could be the guy. Tootin'. All
Yep,
right. Next up for running backs, I put Blake Corum in the theme of grabbing the handcuffs, grabbing the backup running
yep,
backs. This guy seems to fit that bill for sure. And in week 3, he had 8 carries for 53 yards. And week 2, he had 5 carries for 44 plus a tutty. And so he's been, getting his opportunities each game, and plus he gets a lot of return yards. I think he's taking back the kickoffs. And so if you're in a league that returns or that pays for the return yards, then Corum, can earn you some points right there.
yeah. I like him. I mean, he's clear number two. So
Hmm.
yeah, definitely want to throw on.
Yeah, he played for the Michigan Wolverines. I believe he was on that team that had McCarthy and
He
Loveland that
was.
ended up,
Yep.
yeah, winning the national championship 2 years ago. That year, I think he scored 27 touchdowns in one
Yeah.
season. Yeah,
Yep.
so
Yeah, he was really hyped last year,
mhm,
but Kyron Williams is damn good, man. Like it's just you
yeah,
can't go away from that guy. But if
hmm,
something happens, this is the guy.
yep. If you're a Kyron owner, definitely have him as a handcuff because he
Yep.
could be a league winner if something happens to Kyron. This is the
That's right.
guy.
That's right.
All right, let's finish this off, Greg. Who's the last running back you got?
Cool. Yeah. Like this guy, obviously you're not seeing any stats. This looks like week 4 of his IR stint. It was an
Yep.
ankle that he was on IR for, so not too scared about him getting back on and getting ready for the season. So you got Tony Pollard in front of him. Other than that, man, like this team's not, they're moving the ball. Like they're looking okay. Cam Ward's trying to get it together this year and make something out of this Tennessee offense. So I think he just wanted to take a flyer on, man. Like again, throw him on your bench. Let's see what happens. They like him there. Like when he had a shot last year, he took advantage of it. So
Yep.
um, I think it's one just to stash on your bench and let's see.
Yeah, definitely a good one to stash if you have IR slots. One of my leagues, I've got 4 IR slots, which I
Yep.
think is a little excessive, but I had him sitting in my IR slot in that league. Just taking up a spot just in case.
Yeah. What you got? Like 30%. Yeah, 20% in the or 27% in ESPN. So 70% of the leagues this guy's available. Again, if
Hmm.
you have that IR spot, like you just said, or an extra spot, man, just I think he's worth it.
Yeah, totally agree, my brother. All right, well, let's move on to wide receivers. I'm going to go with the man of the weekend, Trey Tucker. Plays
There he
for
is.
the Vegas Raiders. And so this man went off. 41 fantasy points. He caught 8 out of 9 targets for 145 yards and 3 touchdowns. So this
Yep.
guy just looked like a beast out there. So, man, I think it was a lot of garbage time that was happening, but hey, man, those points count too. And it looks like he's got a pretty decent schedule coming up here. He's got the Bears, Tennessee, KC, Indy. This guy could be a
Yeah.
nice little find.
I agree, man. Like, I don't even know if this is last one was garbage time. Like other than that,
Hmm.
it was prime time. So, I mean, he looked good, man. You got Jacoby Jones, or was it Jacoby?
Myers.
What is his name? Yeah, Myers. Yeah, thank you.
Hmm.
Brock Bowers, and then who else? Like, we that Thornton guy or Thornton or something like that. We were trying to,
Hmm.
see if he was going to amount to something. He might be, but yeah, this guy seems to be. certainly got his opportunities on week 3. So
Yep.
you know,
Yeah, this guy
uh,
could be the man. I know that you and I were texting a little bit even before all the
yeah,
touchdowns. Saying, "Hey, who's this number one on the Raiders?" I definitely had my eye
yeah,
on him even before the blow up. So yeah, this guy
exactly.
could be the man. I'm still a little bit torn, Craig, if I should use my number one overall waiver wire pickup on this guy. I just don't know. If this is going to be a mirage or what, but I don't know. I think I'm going to put bids in for him on my leagues where I'm not number one waiver wire, and then just hope to get him somewhere. So,
Yeah, that's a tough call, man. That number one wide wire is like a need. Like
hmm
your number one running back went down. Let's get his back up. Whatever, something like that. But
yep,
I don't know. He's gonna get taken. He's gonna get
yeah,
taken. So
hmm
uh,
yeah. We'll see if he'll keep it up. All
yep,
right. Next up for wide receiver, I've got this guy, Alec Arrow Manor, plays for the Titans, and so he's been, pretty consistent here lately. In
yeah.
week 3, he caught 4 out of 5 grabs for 38 and a tutty, and then he did something similar week 2, 4 out of 6 grabs for 56 and a tutty. So the guy's been, taking taking advantage of his opportunities and scoring touchdowns, for the Tennessee Titans. It does kind of look like their number one. God, I can't remember the guy's name right now, but he's been having a pretty disappointing season so far.
Ridley, is he
Yes,
still there? Yeah,
Calvin Ridley. Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
A lot of people are burned on the production from Ridley, so it looks like the balls are going his way.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, you get a rookie quarterback there, like anything could happen. And if he just
Yeah.
connects with this guy better than Ridley, then it is what it is.
hmm Yep.
This could be one of those that just kind of emerges. I didn't know much about this guy before,
Yeah.
so, but yeah, I mean, I love the targets. I saw the
hmm
same thing, he kept on standing out to me as I was watching that game. So worth a shot. Absolutely.
Yeah, maybe in a deeper league,
Yep.
14 team, definitely at least 12 team, only 21% owned, so he's out there.
Yep.
All right, who you got, my brother?
Cool. Man, I'm going to stick us on Wendell Robinson. Like he had a pretty crappy game this last game, which
hmm
is helpful. It's helpful for some of those people that are struggling for wide receivers. Maybe had somebody go down like CD Lamb or some of the other ones that might have gone down this week. So
hmm
he's definitely one to stick with. That week 3 right there might be his worst game of the season.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, he's
You
he's
know,
been getting the
like that,
targets, Craig. Especially in a
that's right.
PPR. Yeah, this guy's
Yeah,
a slot machine.
yeah, exactly. So it was just a down game, bad game for them. Like they went in scared of KC for being a 3-time Super Bowl champ. It's not the year before, but they just they came in, I think, overthinking this game. So
Yep.
you know, I would
Yeah.
stick with him.
Yeah. Agreed. Yeah. I think he's got. Let's see if they put Dart in there, this guy could be exciting, or even with Russ.
I mean, with both of them, either one of them, man,
Yep.
I'm still excited about him. I got him 59%. You got him at 55, I think, like that. So
Yeah.
he's still
59.
widely available.
Yep. Agreed.
Yep,
Yeah. 55 in the Yahoo. All right. Next up, we have Cavante Turpin. And
yeah,
so I know you mentioned already, Craig, about CeeDee Lamb going out with a high ankle sprain. I know at the end
that's
of the
right.
game, he was telling the reporters that he probably can play the next week. But after doing the X-rays or MRIs or whatnot, it's been determined that he'll probably miss at least one game. Could go on IR and be out for 4 games. So enter Turpin.
Yeah,
This guy, got 2 out of 3 for 64 yards, and so he's productive when he's got the ball in his hands. There's a definite need there because obviously they're going to be, you know, throwing to the number one, which is the guy from Pittsburgh.
Pickens. Yeah, Pickens.
Pickens, yeah, yeah.
Yep.
So Pickens, and so the Pickens and Fitzgerald, I think will be picking up most of the slack. But I think some targets might come his way, or that other guy too. That's also the kick returner. Don't sleep on him either.
Well, he's the kick returner. Um,
hmm
the other guy is Tolbert, and that's who
Fuller.
a lot of people are
Okay.
predicting that picks up the slack. But no, I agree
Yeah.
with you. I think Turpin is
Mhm.
the one that picks up the slack. I think
Agreed.
he's the
Yeah.
one that next game against the Green Bay Packers, he has 8 catches for 75 yards and a tutty. I could easily see
Yep.
that.
He's got speed. I think this is the guy they picked up from the XFL
Yeah,
that was
he is. Yep,
lighting it up over there. So yeah, this could be his opportunity to shine. So
yep.
let's see how it goes.
Agreed.
All
All
right.
right.
Well, let's get off of wide receivers and hop on over to for our favorite position, my brother, tight end. So our annual talk about Hunter Henry, we bring this guy up once a season. So it looks
Yeah,
like he popped off, had his annual boom game. Caught 8 targets for. I'm sorry, had 11 targets, caught 8 of them for 90 yards and 2 touchdowns. And so, yeah, this guy, we'll see if he keeps it up. But with that production, I mean, I had to mention him. So, what do
yeah,
you think?
yeah. I agree, man. I mean, you could do worse. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's not a whole lot to go around for tight ends. So week one he had 10 points. This last week he had 29. If you don't get somewhere in the middle,
Yeah.
you're happy for
Mm-hmm.
sure. Out of your tight end spot. So definitely worth it, man. I like it.
Yeah, got
I
a
don't
good
I don't
matchup
hate
coming up.
Hunter Henry. I just yeah the consistency I think is where it just kind of kills you.
Yeah, agreed. So we'll see where it goes. But yeah, if you're really hurting for a
Yep.
tight end, this could be your guy.
Yep.
All right, who do you
Agreed.
got, my brother?
Yeah, I'm bringing one that's really close to that line. I'm really kind of curious to see what you got. Dalton Kincaid. What you got him in? Oh, you got him at 83%. Damn. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, he's probably above our threshold. He was right at the line on ESPN. So,
Okay.
um, figuring to bring him up, but um, he had a good game last week.
Yeah, he's producing.
Targets are there. Yeah, like he's starting to kind of come over that line of Dalton Knox, phase that dude out. Kincaid, the tight end to throw to in
Yep.
Buffalo. So that's what I like about him. I'm really surprised actually to see that huge disparity between what he's owned in Yahoo and ESPN.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, agree, Craig. I remember watching that game the other night and noticing that the Bills were running their offense through, of course, Josh Allen and his little runs here and there, but he was hitting the tight ends and he was either throwing it or handing it over to Cook. So it looks like they're running their offense through the tight ends and their running game. It doesn't look
Yeah,
like their wide receivers are, very reliable. So yeah, this guy could be a nice asset for your team.
yep, yeah. There's just not much to go around. Shakir's okay. That Keon Coleman seems like a disappointment so far. So
Yeah.
yeah. I think it's tight ends, James Cook show. You know,
Mm-hmm.
definitely
Yeah.
worth it.
Yeah, the Bills, they don't seem like they really have a number one wide receiver, kind of like the Packers, where they just
Yeah,
have a bunch of
exactly.
scrubs out there
Yeah,
as wide receivers that they don't have a wide receiver one ever since they lost Diggs.
yeah.
So,
Agreed.
all right, well, so that's all we got for tight ends, Craig. Let's move on to the defenses. I'm going to, run through a few of these opportunities. There's a lot of opportunities for defenses out there for Week 4. So Houston been pretty solid so far, putting up 10
Yeah,
plus points.
I like it.
They've got Tennessee coming to town, so could be a good streamer right here. Just a 1 week only. You definitely don't want to see Baltimore, or then they got to bye. So 1 week, Houston at home against the
Okay.
Titans, picking on that rookie. Next up, we got Detroit Rock City. They actually did pretty good tonight against
Yeah.
Baltimore. I think I took this screenshot at halftime, but anyway, they were over 11 points against Baltimore. They look solid. They got a home game against the Browns, and
I like
so
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
this a good
it's
stream right
good.
here. And then
Okay.
if you want, you can hang on to them and go play Browning pants for Cincy. So yeah,
Yep.
could be a 2-for-1 special. And then next
Yep.
up, we have the Chargers from Los Angeles. They've got the Giants coming
Dude, I
up
like
in
this
New
D so
York.
far, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
they
they're
got a
looking good.
got a really good defense, and so I think they're going to stick it to the Giants. They've scored 17, then 12. I think you're going to get a double-digit point total from the Chargers.
Yeah, I like
Next
that
up,
one.
next up, we got New England against Carolina. I like to tee off on Carolina. Looks like a good opportunity here. They started off pretty hot with 13 against Vegas and then 15 against Miami. Kind of slipped a bit against Pittsburgh, but I think they'll get back up on it with Carolina.
Yeah, Carolina just smoked the Falcons, wasn't it? Who they smoked, man? Like, that
Yeah,
was
they did. Yep,
that was
they laid the wood.
ugly. Woo.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
But I've been picking on Carolina pretty successfully so far this season, so I don't want to get off
yeah.
that train quite yet. But they're out
All
there.
right, cool.
Next up, we've got the Redskins. They've got Atlanta coming up. So Atlanta
Okay.
is definitely one to pick on, especially if
Yeah, I
they,
like this, man. I like this
yeah,
one.
they've been pretty solid against the Giants and against Vegas. And so they seem to have a pretty decent defense. I know I streamed them week one and
I
was
was
pretty
looking at
pleased.
them almost. I almost streamed them this week. I stuck with the Bengals. I honestly think this cost me a game, dude.
Yeah,
I really do.
yeah,
Now I'm looking at this. I think this cost me a game. Son of a bitch.
yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Okay. I like
This
him
would
this
have
week
been
too.
it.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, playing Atlanta, especially with Penix, man, that guy sucks. So I think
Yeah.
they're gonna blow him up. Get
Yep.
two ints, maybe a pick six. So, and then I think I've got one last one: 49ers against Jacksonville. At home. I think I know we talked about Bosa being out, but they've looked pretty good as a unit. They did pretty well against Seattle.
Yeah.
Decent against New Orleans. Pretty good against Arizona. I think. Yeah, I mean, T. Law, man, that guy ain't a good quarterback. So this could be a
Yeah.
game for you.
Okay. All right.
So
All right.
let's
Out of
see.
those, the Chargers I really like.
Hmm.
I like the Redskins a lot too.
Yeah. So
Yep.
Chargers and Redskins are your favorites. Okay.
Yep.
Well, yeah, you got quite a few to choose from. So
Yeah,
and
for
and
sure.
and all those are under 50% owned. The only one that was a little bit high ownership was the Texans have 61% and the Chargers have 55%. But for the most part,
Yeah.
most of them were under 50% owned. So let's
Nice.
shift on over to kickers, my brother. Who you got?
Yeah, man. Got this guy, Spencer Schrader.
Yep.
I I'm liking what's going on with the Colts, and I'm liking this guy. So he's almost becoming one of those I might just place in and sit with for a little while.
Yep. Set and forget.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, set and forget. Like he's hitting his kicks. Um, getting his opportunities. I like it, man. Like this is if I can get 10 plus out of my kicker, I like it.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I think we had it's kind of interesting. You have 10 on here. I had 11 on ESPN last
Hmm.
week, but we were talking about the Colts and Tennessee being a kickoff. Both of them had 11 points in ESPN.
Yeah. That's great. Yeah, we called it
Yeah.
the kickoff bowl.
Yep.
So, yeah, go get you Spencer Schrader. He's on the Indiana Jones train.
Yep. I like them.
Looking good. All right, so I went back to the well with old reliable Chase McLaughlin. Kind
Woo,
of
look at that game.
off to a
Nice.
slow start. I think a lot of people dropped him. He's down to 60% owned. He lost
Yeah.
10% of his ownership,
Yeah.
but redeemed himself big time. 20 points against the Jets. He hit a ton of. He hit let's see, one, two, three, four, five field goals. So yeah, two of them were from beyond 50. So
Yeah.
he's got the magic back. So.
I like these next 5 games too. Like that.
Hmm.
That's a good one, man.
Yep. And then last one, who you got, brother?
Yep. Joey Sly with the Tennessee Titans. I mean, look at this so far. He's
Yeah.
got 15, 17, 11. He's got Houston coming up. You just mentioned their defense. I like
Hmm.
that. Arizona, Las Vegas. So kind of like this one too, man. Like he's definitely been off to a hot start this first year. And look at the 50 plus over there, man. One, two, one,
Yeah.
40
450
yarders.
plus.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Very solid. Looking good
very
for
nice.
Sly. He's
Yep.
somebody to keep in mind, especially if you got the bye coming up. If you've got the boss, I know he's got a bye coming up in week 5. So yes, you might slide on over to Sly or McLaughlin or Spencer Strader. Those are
That's
your
right.
guys.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's all we got for our recommendations for this coming week. And so hopefully we can get some of these players on Wednesday morning and set the lineups and right the ship this weekend, brother.
Yeah, that's it, man. Like this is where you start seeing it. Like this is you've seen 3 games now.
Hmm.
Kind of got a good feel for what's going on. So this is where it all comes together, brother. Good luck out there on the waiver wire. Hopefully you get some good ads to your team, fill some holes.
Yep.
Off we go.
Same to you, my brother. Well, thanks very
Appreciate
much
it.
for joining me
Yeah,
tonight on Trust Me Bro Fantasy Football. We'll be back at you next
as
Monday night.
always.
All
All
right.
right, brother.
Good luck.
Peace.
Peace.